Hey, welcome back. This is M-Dog. We're taking a look at Going Medieval, which is currently available on Steam, perhaps other platforms as well. It's in early access, and I wanted to just kind of take a look at this and see where, how this game is in terms of accessibility. So, when I do like a first impressions video, which this isn't technically one of those because I've played this a little bit at this point, but only in the early stages of the game. In terms of, I don't mean early stages of development, I mean early stages of playing it, like the first few hours of a new game, right? So I just understand some basics. I've looked into a little bit more advanced techniques and stuff, but I really wanted to focus for now on how approachable or accessible is this game. So we're going to start a new game and just kind of talk through some of the opening choices you make and how to do some basic controls. We'll play on normal difficulty, standard scenario in terms of how much we'll be attacked by raiders and all that. We'll do new life, and I like that one. We'll do medium size map. And do we want to do valley or hillside? I kind of want to do hillside, so we'll have some like flatter areas, but also a little closer to some of the hills and stuff. So let's just try that. Let's see who we've got here. Wow, look at that carpentry skill and mining. It's hard to say no to that, right? Here's another mining one. We'll probably re-roll this one, although pretty decent in medicine. Although I think we might re-roll there. So now we have mining, medicine. Okay, so this maybe is our medicine, animal handling. Like those are high enough numbers. I definitely want to re-roll this character. What do we have here? Highly intellectual, which means I think that perhaps she levels up skills a little, some of her skills a little faster. I'm not sure. But what I'm looking at is really low marksman, really low melee. Yeah, look at this. So there's only 1 star on all these. This person is going to level up really fast. Even the marksman, she'll level up really quickly. So maybe we do keep that. This one we're going to go ahead and re-roll then. We would love to get a reasonable fighter here. Melee, oh, terrible. There's melee at least. I don't know. There we go. I just feel better about having at least one person that's going to be okay at marksman. It's not going to level up fast, but starting off with a 15 is pretty good. I think that's fine. Of course, you can do advanced customization of characters and stuff. We're not going to get into all that. All right, we're ready to embark. Oh, I should have turned off tooltips. I mean, later in the game, they'll be good to have on, even for me, because there's still a lot that I haven't explored in this game. But talking about accessibility, so I first played Going Medieval back in its alpha state, and then really haven't played it since then until here recently. I've played it some more. All right, let's go ahead and pause it here. Yeah, I wish there was I'm sure there is a quick way to turn off tutorials, but just for the sake of the video, I'd almost rather not have it on. All right, so we're going to pause it. We're going to scroll out a little bit and just kind of look around. So we're starting here. Actually, I kind of like this over here. A little more basic, a little easier to see. We could also see if we can figure out how to put a ladder up to the higher area so that if we get attacked early, we could have somewhere where we're on higher ground and kind of funnel enemies, right? Yeah, I kind of like that. Okay. So, first thing let's do is let's allow all of these items to be picked up. And so let me finish my thought. To sort of jump to the end here, I do feel like this is a fairly accessible game at this point. Even if you haven't played games like this before, it doesn't take long to sort of see how the systems work. Now, there's more advanced things that, you kind of learn as you go, and that's fine. But the basics, like, it starts to make sense pretty quickly. Of course, this game reminds me to a degree of games like RimWorld and stuff, which I've played a lot of, but not in a long time. And even RimWorld itself has changed a lot over the years. So it's probably a little more approachable now than it used to be. So the first thing I like to do is go to the schedule and kind of check out how much sleep they're being allotted. Right now it looks like it's 6 hours. So let's go ahead and add another hour to sleep so that they don't get tired as quickly. And then I think we will do just sort of an hour here of leisure. And then we'll do like work. If there's work available, they need to be doing work there. And then we'll keep this as anything. I don't know exactly how it works. If it says anything, sometimes their maybe needs or desires might override if there is a job available. I'm not sure. But it's nice to go ahead and get a schedule so you have... The main thing is I want them to make sure they're getting a little bit more sleep so they're not constantly getting exhausted and that driving down their happiness and all that. The next thing we want to do is take a look at jobs. And this is really good to set some of this up before we get actually unpause it and get working. So let's take a look at... So this is going to be our builder, right? Even though they're a 0 of construction, maybe builder isn't the right word for what this character is. Their carpentry and mining are just so high. So let's see what comes into carpentry. Is that crafting? Oh, it's just carpentry itself. So at the workbench, Bower. So if there's any of that work, obviously they need to be doing it. The other thing was mining. If I have a mining job, that needs to be them. Everything else, I'd say they're pretty standard. Nothing else really stands out. So again, carpentry, culinary though. This is I guarantee this person will be our highest. Oh no, it's not. It's that person. What was their culinary? We actually have 3 good cooks. And none of them have oh, this one does. So she ends up being our cook because over time she will level up more quickly because of the star. If you notice the star out to the left of culinary, that means that they will learn and level that skill more quickly. If it's a 2-star, they'll level it even faster. So is there anything else we want to make sure? Speechcraft 13. So if somebody needs to do some... trading, that kind of thing, we probably want it to be Goldina, sorry. Okay, so anything else we want to put here as a priority? It's funny, I put carpentry. These 2 characters are almost too similar. So this person's got 25 skill, but Goldina's got 15 and 2 stars on carpentry. So I'm not even sure that choice was correct, but it's fine. And then we have mining of 18, but mining 19 on Lee. So actually, I'm going to change it to do this. I'm actually going to do Lee as mining. And this is also the person with marksman at 15. So who's going to do our animal husbandry? 6, 1, 5, but with 1 star. I think it's going to be, so that way Lee is both hunting and animal husbandry. What else do we want to make sure we at least think about who's going to do it? Construction. We'll put Lee a little bit of priority there. We don't have any great botany skills. Lee is actually just a really good overall character. All these characters are not bad though. We have our miner. And of course, if the only job we have active is mining jobs, then they'll all work on it. But all right, craft, smithing. who's going to be our researcher? Oh, clearly. Goldina is going to be our researcher. Okay, so we've got jobs set up. We'll have to probably change it again. And then in terms of what they're equipping, so we've got melee 7, marksman 3. So this is probably a... We'll do one-handed with shields. Now we have 4 and 3. But this, she's... Let's see, does she have a... marksman's double star, so we absolutely get ranged going with her. And then Lee is our marksman, so we get ranged. So we'll have a couple of folks using ranged, and that's one reason why it might be nice to have her hunt some as well, because she'll level up that marksman skill more quickly. So we might want to go back and consider having her hunting as well. And then I'm just going to put all armor, all food, all of that the same. Hunting. I'm going to change it. We had Lee prioritizing so much anyway. All right, so the other thing that I like to do before unpausing it, and I'm not into like super efficiency in this game yet. Like, I get that you eventually want to get to that point, or you may want to if that's fun for you, but I want to go ahead and create some zones. So stockpiles, right? So we can do a default stockpile, a dumping stockpile, which would be like waste and stuff. And so if we're going to be up there, we'll do this down here. Is that limestone or something? I think it is. Clay? Alright, so we'll do this like over here. And then our warfare, we want that to be close. But our sort of default one, we want to be very close, right? To whatever we're working on. So we'll do that from there for now. Looks like they'll go ahead and cut stuff down that's in the way. Okay, so now let's go ahead and unpause it and see what happens here while I'm thinking about what else we might want to do. All right, if we click on this stockpile, we can actually go through, like if we don't want to have, you know, human bodies put there, we can change that. If we don't want waste items here, we can change that. The waste should then go up to that spot. And I think we do want to keep our warfare stuff in the warfare section. So this will just be... Oh, that's our dumping. Right. This will just be warfare, right? Yeah. And of course, you can create multiple stockpiles and have different rules on it. It's one of the really cool systems there. But here's our 3 people. So the first job it looks like they're doing is going ahead and getting our stockpile area ready to go. And of course, we can fast forward on time to make it go faster. But I, in the beginning here, I just kind of wanted to see what they were going to be doing. And then we will... and then we'll start working on building our first structure. So I think let's go ahead and chop down these trees. We're going to need the wood anyway. We actually probably want to just go ahead and chop down a bunch of trees. Alright, let's speed it up a little bit, but let's get mining ready to go. I kind of want to even this out. That's a path up though already, isn't it? Alright, so let's go ahead and get this to be kind of like that. And then that'll be the width of our first building. And we'll just build it right into the hill there. So what does this mean? No one has mining prioritized. Oh yeah, they do. They just finished. Wow, it looks like all of them are prioritizing mining over. So no one has wood cutting prioritized, right? cutting plants and chopping trees. Well, Lee is. Lee has that. Oh, but mining is even more so. Might get Goldina on the trees. Kind of divide it up a little bit. And I guess, do we ever want to consider having someone hauling as a priority just to keep stuff cleared? Yeah, once we're done mining, let's make sure Lee gets stuff hauled around. All right, I'm gonna speed it up a little bit, and then we'll start building our first building. So far what I'm doing is you can either hit H or click on this button down here and then select what trees you want cut down. Same with the mining. You hit N or select on this to choose what you want to have mined. Mining is also the way, I believe, where you can dig down into the ground, which I might go over that in another video. It is sort of important to figure out how to do that because keeping stuff from spoiling, it's helpful to have it at colder temperatures, which one option is to go to dig underground for that. All right, the mining is almost complete. Then they should start working on getting this stuff put away where it needs to go. They're going to be angry because there's not a bed or anything. Oh, you know what? I think we might want to consider, I didn't think about this, but it might be worth building a roof on top of, yeah, let's do that. All right, so we're going to build a wooden wall. And then how far can our, oh, you know what? We don't have, so let's check out our research. Okay, so we need to build the research table, right? It's been a while. I'm remembering how all this goes. Okay, so R and F are the things that switch this around. I tell you what. I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to, let's see here. Wooden wall. Let's select that. And okay, L is what cancels it. All right, so let's cancel those, and then we're going to put the wooden wall a little bit further down. So that we can also put a roof on top of, my goodness. There we go. So that we can also put a roof on top of the research station. So for now, we're just going to have not an actual building that they'll be able to sleep in, but we'll go ahead and throw some quick beds down. All right, and Lee's out there hauling, which is good. We need to get everything organized here. We could also go ahead and get some extra food here. Let somebody work on those berries when they get a chance. Okay, so we have the research panel. So now we can unlock agriculture, which gives us the wooden beam, and that's what I was looking for. We could also go ahead and unlock the next level of agriculture, which unlocks crop fields. Or we could save up till we have more books and do furniture to get the nicer beds. I guess for now we'll do this. Okay, so now we have the wooden beams. So we're going to need to do one more wooden wall sort of halfway in between here. Like so. And now we should be able to do... Oh, we can make a cabbage field now. Now we should be able to put up our wooden beam. The reason why I'm doing the wooden beam here is I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the wooden beam uses less wood than filling this in. But it will still allow us to put a roof on top. And this will be a very reinforced little hut here. So somebody just leveled up their construction. Okay, so now... So we could do half of it for now. I think we run out of hay, right? Oh, nope, there we go. Okay, so it'll let us do it even though we don't. We may or may not have enough hay. We might need to do like some of this as well. We also might need to get a few more trees for some wood. We'll need them eventually anyway. Okay, so once this is complete, we'll have an area underneath. Okay, so one thing that's nice to do here is to go ahead and hide roof elements. So we'll watch them while they're still building it. And so I'm just clicking on this thing here, or you can hit C to hide roof elements. The other thing we can do is hold down Control. I thought it was Control. Yes, hold down Control and then scroll up on your mouse wheel, and you can look at a lower view. So you can keep going. You can actually see underground. So when you're digging underground, that's what you do at Control. Mouse wheel up goes down. Control mouse wheel down actually goes up in terms of your viewpoint. So if we scroll down, so now we can see the floor. Even though the roof is still visible, we scroll down that way to get to a place where we can see it. All right, now let's remove the roof so we can see stuff in here better. Lee just fell asleep. So we failed in getting beds built. That's my fault. Again, there's ways to be much more efficient than this, obviously. And we'll just put these beds down in a way that they maybe feel like they at least have a little bit of privacy. All right, so when they wake up, they'll build their beds. Right now, they're just passing out. We do have an almost complete building here, though. It's kind of nice. Now they're sleeping. So, okay, so one thing we can go ahead and look at while we're waiting for them to wake up here is if you look at something that's on the ground, so 200 salt pile here, we can click on it. So it's on a stockpile. I think that means it's not gonna, let's see if I can find something else for this example. All right, so now I'm looking at the cabbage. It's decaying because of ground type, because it's just on the ground, and because of the temperature. So for that to not decay, it would need to be kept on a different ground and at a different temperature. So actually, I think what we need to do, let's see if this fixes it, is if we do a wooden floor, for this whole area. Did we miss this row? All right. I believe that will then save us from things decomposing. Now, some things will still require the lower temperature, right? They're building out that floor. It takes a while. Oh yeah, we need to prioritize getting food cooked now. So build a little campfire. And we need the butchering table if we decide to hunt, which we know we have people who are able to hunt. We might need more wood, I'm not sure. I mean, I could check, but we're going to need to get this wood out of here anyway as we build, as we grow. All right, they're almost through with this construction project. All right, so while they're working on other stuff, let's go ahead and check this out. So cabbage is now only decomposing because of temperature, no longer because of the ground it's on. And this other stuff is no longer decomposing at all unless it needs colder temps. So anyway, you have it on the wood floor. That helps it from decomposing, again, unless it requires a certain temp. All right. It still looks like all this stuff out here is a mess. Are people going to move it to the stockpile? Maybe that's what they're doing right now. They are. I just keep them so busy with other stuff. Okay, so what do we want to do next? Typically, I would build a house, but I guess we want to... we want to build meat. We want to prepare meat until we have... We'll start off with 12. And then we want to butcher raw meat until we have 12. So whoever our cooking person is will actually start cooking because we had some cabbage and stuff in our some of our starting items. So that's good. She's going to get some meals prepared. So now next time somebody's hungry, they'll have some actually like prepared meals instead of just eating raw stuff from our supplies. All right, so one thing I don't think I ever covered, but if you ever see something like this with a handprint on it, this just means that it's forbidden. So if it's forbidden like that, then your people will not pick it up. But all you do is you hit period or click on this hand symbol here, and that takes it off the forbidden list. You can also do it with multiple things at the same time. So now they will, when there's time, they'll come over here and add that to one of our stockpiles, the appropriate stockpile. So like this sticks pile here, for whatever reason, is forbidden. And you can also go in, so if something becomes, let's see, how can we do this? Thought there was a way to change this stuff. I mean, I know there is. Let's see. Jump to, go to layer. Copy, deconstruct. Do you have to go to a specific category? I'll have to look into that. I can't remember how to do it off the top of my head. There's a way to set up your stockpile so if something is like, a certain amount damaged or something, then it will automatically deconstruct it for you. It'll put it on the deconstruction list. Okay, so I think we want to do a couple things here. We want to get a entertainment item created here. Let's see if we can put it right here so it technically is under the roof. And then we also want to do the shrines. I don't remember if religion was important to either of our folks, but just in case it is, let's do some shrines over here. Okay, so we're getting there on basic needs. Now, let's start figuring out how we might want to do. My original thought was let's just sort of build a building right into here. Because I can't tell, I don't think this hill is necessarily big enough to have a significant building on there. The nice thing about if we did build here, it is just fairly well protected by the hill itself. We could run them up to here or even go up onto the roof in terms of, or not onto the roof, but up onto the hill at least for defense in the early stages. Or we could eventually just sort of build a wall, right? Build a wall sort of down to here, and have some protection that way. So I guess we'll try this. Let's see how many rooms. The thing is, we'd like to for each of them to have their own bedroom, basically. So let's do the this is not going to be that big of a building, honestly, but I can't tell which one it is. I like the little lines, the line system that they have in the game, but I can't always tell. All right, there we go. Okay, and then we want this whole area to be wooden floor. All right, where do we want the door or doors to be? I actually think I want the doors to there. And there. And then we could do the window. We could do a window as well. It's kind of silly to put windows back here, right? All right, let's see how this goes on the internal walls. I'm not sure that it'll count as an enclosed building if we don't build walls up there. I mean, I would just leave it open to the side of the hill, but we're not hobbits after all. Okay. So we need to remember that we're coming in here. I guess I'll just wait till they finish construction so I can see it better. Continue to cut down a few trees. We'll need the wood, and who's at this point doing construction? Lee is, unless there's animal husbandry or mining to do. Lee is doing construction. Okay, I'm fine with that. Where are they going to? Oh, they have free time. Look at that. Look at that. So we can't build the better furniture yet, so we're going to end up just... I mean, I think at the very least we just want to create 4 bedrooms in this first building. I don't know, then they won't have a dining room to eat at together. Would be the counter argument. Can we get 3 bedrooms just on this back wall here? I bet we can. Again, it'll be easier to see once we relocate to here. Oh, they're playing backgammon. Backgammon? What are they playing? Backgammon. What did I almost say? Badminton? That's what the little ball with the netting around it. Goldina turned 32 today. Oh man, it's such a mess around here. Hey, do they have... Let's see, how do I see his inventory? Here we go. Okay. So he does have a longbow. I think Goldina should as well. Yep. And then Claricia has a sturdy steel short sword and a fine wooden buckler. So they've all got their preferred weapons. Oh, making some more food. I like to see that. And construction is ever moving forward. Oh, we're so close to being finished here. They're doing a great job. All right, so let's see if we can make this work. All right, so let's see here. You come in, that's the window. So we're gonna have to do it here because the window, we don't want to block the window. You come in there and then we immediately have your, actually let's do one more. And then we have your door. Needs to open like that. And for the smallest bedroom ever, we do that. All right, and then the next one is kind of the opposite. Could we have done the door? Like, why not, right? Wait, did we just... Okay. That's fine. And then wooden wall. And then let's move the next bed to here. And then what if we just go ahead and wall that in? I mean, it's so claustrophobic, but... Sorry about that. No one has windows in their bedrooms. They're not going to love that, but it's all right. All right, I'm going to try to do the door first this time. Opening like that. And then we go wall. Close that off. And locate the last bed. Now, will they have time to finish that? Oh, the beds are now out in the open. That's one problem. We do need to roof our little building here. Okay. Uh-oh. So there's a lone traveler. Alright, he should come to the main area, and we can see if we want to actually barter with him. Alright, will they do any more construction here? If not, they're going to end up sleeping out in the rain tonight. Oh, get that roof done, folks. Well, let me tell you, you probably want to finish the roof tonight. Oh, you're so close. Nice. Okay. So we now have some bedrooms. Okay, so what I'm wondering is, furniture-wise, what if we put a medium-sized table right there? I guess what if we did it like this? Because you can only get three around it that way. Trying to leave open if we wanted to build 3 more bedrooms on the other side. Because we did these in, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be, actually, is that 4th one counting the back one? No. So we actually would be even smaller rooms. So maybe we're better off just making the... How big is this table? Way too big. Maybe we just make the this over here. In case there's a guest. All right. We're in business. Ish. Okay, who's our talker? Goldina for sure. And then we can... Nope, that's not what I want to do. Right click on the merchant. Barter. So let's see if she has anything we might want. So this is stuff that the merchant has to offer. Like we can get some seeds and stuff. I just don't see anything that... I guess seeds are nice. Right now we can only use cabbage seeds. We have 35 of them though. I'm not seeing anything actually. I think we just let that merchant move on through. I could be wrong, but I'm just not seeing anything we necessarily need. Alright, they're building the stool so they can actually eat at the table tonight if they want to. Alright, let's find us an animal to hunt. I feel like there's just a couple more things we want to do in terms of this like intro level look at things. tell you one thing I want to check really quick. Is Q and E rotates left and right. Okay, here's tilt. 8 and 2. Yeah, see, I am so glad to see that option. Okay. It was just kind of driving me crazy, that angle we were stuck at. All right. So, oh, look at them. They're actually eating at the table. That's awesome. So, let's find an animal. And we'll check out how you hunt. All right, here's one. All right, we're going to select hunt. And then we'll unpause it. And at least one of them... Oh, they're going to be sleeping right now, aren't they? Oh, these guys are actually closer. That's all right. So after they sleep, hopefully they'll hunt. Oh man, there's... Are there more critters up here? Oh, that's a rabbit. Oh, that's the merchant. I was like, who is still awake? Yeah, you know what? We're going to hunt this guy. He's so much closer. And then we'll see what they do with it. We'll see if they know how to... If I've got the job set up for them to butcher it and everything. All right, who's hunting? Oh, they're all hungry. They will go eat before they start working, right? Yeah, it looks like they are. One thing that we should have done that we haven't is we should have prioritizing whoever our scholar is going to be. Honestly, you should be studying from the start because that's how you research. All right, Lee is hunting right now. Oh, it looks like both of them were for a minute. Did they get tired of hunting? What happened? They both realized they would rather haul than hunt. Alright, now Goldina's hunting. Alright, let's see if she makes a shot. Remember, her hunting, her crossbow skill or her bow and arrow skill is pretty low, but she's a fast learner, so this is really good practice for her to be working on this. By the way, oh, she missed again, but she's learning. It's all good. So we want to get these bone piles. These bones might be something we could use for crafting. I don't know. Alright, she's still hunting. Oh, Lee's hunting too. They're both hunting. Lee will hit it. But Goldina needs to practice for sure. Oh. So we're crossfire here. We could shoot each other. That's how good a shot we are. Lee, why don't you just like punch it? Alright, Goldina already up to level 4 on marksman. Oh, somebody got a hit. Hit it, Goldina. Oof. Alright. So Lee got it. I think he's going to pick it up. He is. Great. Alright, let's see where he puts it next. Alright, at the stockpile. Wait, what's going on with this thing? Not enough resources. Okay, well there's resources now. Oh, it looks like Lee already took the deer and is now processing it at the butcher table. So he's going to butcher. And then let's create a new one. And we want it to be clear all. And we want to use raw meat, smoked meat. So this will be our meat only. And, oops. And then we want to prioritize this. And until you have until you have 10 meals, basically. So let's see if that's working. All right, yeah, so here's the raw meat pile. Oh, there's so much raw meat. What's she doing over here? Taking a quick break to play a game? So they're in their free time, I think. Why are the settlers idle? Oh, maybe they... Okay, there's nothing for them to do. Maybe they... Did we cook the meat? Maybe that's what they turned it into. It happened so fast. There's still more raw meat. So I guess I could increase this number until you have 18. And that means that someone should come out here and start cooking, right? Is that correct? Oh, wait. Did I do the wrong one? Still not happening. Okay. I'm not sure why. All right. Let's see. What else do we... Is there anything else we need to do in this first video of me just stumbling around remembering how to play? But I hope that it's been... one thing that I hope that has come across is, even though I haven't played very much recently and really not in a long time in terms of... I hope that it's like... I mean... This game was very easy for me to just like pick back up and immediately sort of recognize what most things were going to do. I think it's very elegant how you set up your jobs, your schedule, you manage what they're going to equip and that kind of thing. Again, we want to get... Oh, I tell you one issue while we're idle is we need to create a production queue. So we need to... How many books do we want to create at a time? Like 20? Probably. So now if I unpause it, someone should go start studying? Yeah, he is. Okay. So that's one thing we haven't shown. But yeah, it just kind of works, you know? Oh, here's all of our resources, by the way. All the stuff that we have. So it looks like they made some stew, red currant pie. We have ale from the beginning that we haven't used yet. We still have 25 chronicles. Now, if we have 25, why can't we use those? I guess this is one thing I don't remember. Is the all right, so when you create the chronicle, how do you use that to research? Oh, so you just have to keep building up. Oh, you keep the books. That's what I wasn't understanding. So he'll just keep writing. So currently we have how many? It says we have 25 chronicles. So let's see what happens to that number when he finishes one. These guys are so bored. I mean, I guess I could just... Well, I don't want to mess with it because it might change what he does too. 25. Now we have 26. Now someone else is studying. We have 26, but they've been used, right? And these books that we already have, they're not going to decompose, correct? Not in this environment. Okay, that's good. That is good. Okay. So anyway, that's what's happening there. All right, so in terms of the tutorial, the next thing it wants us to do, not tutorial, but like the next recommended thing. Why is this just laying on the ground? Oh, that's our warfare pile. That's right. So next thing it's wanting us to do is build up some defenses. So, like, here is the fence, it looks like. So we could start to build like a little fence area. We could also build some traps for people to fall in. Like if we, I wonder how that works. If we walk over a trap, does it not go over? Because we theoretically, like, we know about it, but our enemy does not. That'd be cool to figure out. But my idea was, because we have 2 archers, is to just get up to this next level, especially if like the attack is coming from this side of the map, which it probably will. I don't know that for sure. They're going to come towards us, I guess, either way. And then our one melee character can just kind of be standing here at the top if they do come, if they make it up. But this might be some nice area to have some traps if that funnels them to that spot. And if we needed to back up some, we can even go up a level. Again, have traps here. So there's some stuff we could do with that. You will start to have events occur. You will have new villagers that come to live with you. So the game just kind of keeps moving forward, and as you get more people, of course, you want to create more rooms for them, and then you can do things faster, and you can continue to build up and up. The important thing that I've got to figure out is this research part, because you want to be able to research more and more abilities. Obviously, there's so much in the game you can't do until you go forward in this research tree. So, but anyway, to me, this game is really, first of all, it's a lot of fun, but also I just think it's accessible. It's not as overwhelming as you might think, even if you haven't played a game like this. And of course, if you've played RimWorld, some of the other games that are similar to this, then you'll pick up on it immediately. I think the in-game tutorials at this point in early access, like, are effective. They do a good job of teaching you like what you need to know. So yeah, I mean, we'll see. Like, I'm going to start trying to work on some of the next level, of progression items, and I'll try to update with other videos once I have done that. But so far, I've really enjoyed playing this game again, and I've just been impressed with the changes that have been made and the accessibility at this point. Okay, as always, thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions about Going Medieval. And I apologize if you know a lot about this game and are watching this hoping to learn something. Obviously, I'm not at that point right now. I will try to practice some specific things to try to gain some more knowledge myself, and report back if I feel like there's stuff that would be helpful to report on. But as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.